Hello and welcome to DVxUI. Today on this channel we are going to create this creative but simple hero section in Figma. So are you ready for it? I hope you are. So before starting, let us understand what we have on the screen. So on the very top right you see we have pages, and in the pages I have design, YouTube, learn, and here I have layers. Under layers you will find resources. Well, let's go to resources and see what resources we have. So double click on this grid icon and you will go to the frame. Now if you see, I have two versions of this picture. One has its background removed and one has with the background. And then here I have colors that I'm going to use in this website. So this was all about the resources. Now if I randomly draw a rectangle over here, then you will see the options have appeared over here. Now with these options, I can control the appearance of this rectangle. So suppose if I provide it a corner radius of let's say 200, the corner radius will be provided to this element. So whatever element that I have selected, I can control it from here. So this was all about right panel. Now if you see on the very bottom here, you will find a black box. Now if I press a key, suppose Ctrl A, which is to select everything on the screen, then you will see it says it allowed. Well, this is the only purpose of this black box. This will tell you all the shortcuts that I am using while designing, so it will be easier for you to understand. Well, enough of talking, let's start designing. So let's hit delete and let's get ourselves a frame first. So to get a frame, what we can do is we can click on this grid icon, or what we can do, we can hit F key on our keyboard. As soon as you hit F key on your keyboard, you will find that options have appeared over here. And under desktop, we have frames which are desktop frames. And here I'm going to select this frame which says desktop. Click it and drop it on your canvas, just like this. Well, it is asking, are you making a presentation? Well, I'm not. Now, since we have desktop frame over here, let's zoom it and see what we have. So I will just double click here on the grid icon and this will zoom it to fit. Well, first of all, I want to change the color of the background. So to change the color of the background, I'm going to select this desktop frame. And here in the fill, I'm going to select this background color. Now, as you can see, the color has been changed. Now, the second thing that I want is, I want to bring the picture over here. Now, bringing up the picture is a bit tricky part. Well, let me tell you why. Well, first, let's go to resources. Take this picture, copy it, go to desktop and paste it here. Now I want this picture at the middle of the screen. So for that what I can do is I can use these alignment tools. So I will align it horizontally centers and then I will also align it vertically centers. So now it is at the very center of the screen. Let's move it a slide down because we also need navbar on the top of our frame somewhere here. Well, now we have our picture over here, as you can see. Now the tricky part is that I'm going to have words over here. So suppose if I have a text something like sliced over here, let's increase the font size to 200. And if I put it behind this frame by using this send to back option, the sliced will be completely hidden. Well, I don't want that. What I want is this text should be visible but not above the bread. So let's pull it back. So keep it here. And now we are going to take that background removed image. So I'm going to take this image, copy it, go to my desktop, and here I'm going to paste it. Well, now I need to align this picture completely with this picture so that I get the shadow of this picture and the overlay of this picture. So let's align it. So now both the pictures has been aligned, and if I take this, place it over here, you will see the text is only hidden when it is behind the bread. So this is what we wanted. Well, now let's delete this text and start working on the navbar first. So for the navbar, I'm going to take a text to create the name of the website, and the name is going to be sliced with a dot. Of course, the size is not going to be this large. The size is going to be 32 with the font weight of medium. Randomly place it over here. Now, if we start placing our element randomly, this will get messy. So we need some guidelines to place this element at their perfect positions. So for that, what we can do is select this text of frame, scroll here and go to layout grid. Turn this on and then go to this grid, and from the grid switch to columns. For the count, let's go with 12. For the margin, let's go with 100. So now, as you can see, the red lines has appeared over here. With the help of these red lines, we can guide ourselves through the frame. Well, sliced is placed over here. Now what we want is, I want some nav links over here. So for the nav links, I'm again going to take a text and write here home, copy paste it. Then here I'm going to write bread. Let's take breads, not bread, because we are going to have a lot of bread in this website. Copy paste that, and the last nav link is about. Well, let's select all these text and put them in the auto layout. So by using this option which says add auto layout, I'm going to put them in the auto layout. Now since they are inside this auto layout, what we can do is we can change the direction. So if I go to this direction and gap and click here on this horizontal layout icon, this will be horizontally aligned. And for the width, I'm going to say hug content so that it covers the complete width. The gap between them is going to be 70. Well, 70 is okay, but I want my text to be small. So let's select all my text and give it a size of 20. Let's take this and place it over here. Now to give emphasis, well, I accidentally took it out of the frame. So let's hit Ctrl Z. Now they are inside the frame. Let's select this frame and place it over here. Now it is perfect. Now to emphasize that we are on the home page, what we can do is we can select these two texts which are breads and about and give them a color of white, let's say. So here in the fill, you just need to write FF and this will take the white color. Well, I think these nav links font size is quite small. So what we can do is we can change it to, let's say, 22. 22 is perfect, and let's place it at the middle of this frame. So now this is okay. Now we need a button over here. So for the button, what we can do is we can take a text. Yes, I'm taking a text for the button. Let me tell you why. So if I write here order now, which is our button text, and provide it add auto layout, then provide it a stroke of, let's say, weight 2. Now if I select my text and change its font size to, let's say, 40, the button size also increases. Well, this is the benefit of using text with auto layout while making a button. Well, let's go back to the original size. And here, let's select this button and provide it a padding of, let's say, 26 in the horizontal. And for the vertical, it is going to be 12. So now this is perfect, and place it over here. Now, since these elements are randomly aligned, I don't know if they are perfect with the alignment. So what we can do is we can select all these and put them in the auto layout. Place it at the center by using this alignment tool over here. So I'm going to use horizontal centers, and now it is at the center. So let's just align it. But if you see, this bread has to come at the center, but it is not at the center. It is because the width of this button is 161, but the width of this text is 89. So what we can do is we can change this to 161, put them in the middle, and then change this gap between them. So I'm just holding shift and using arrow down button, I can reduce the gap. So now this looks perfect. Now let's start working on the other part of this website. So for that, first of all, I'm going to take a line. So I just hit L on my keyboard, and here I have line, which I'm going to drag it from here to here. And the weight is going to be 4. So this is good. If you observed, I'm using this rectangle as my guideline. The height of this line is going to be 259. Well, I know I'm putting this width over here, but you also need to see that it is at the 90-degree angle. So the width becomes height and the height becomes width. And now we need some text over here. So for the text, let's go to a website which is Lorem Ipsum. And from here, pick this much of text, go back to design, take a text and place your text over here. Now select all your text. The font size is going to be 18 with regular font weight, and now decrease down the width. Also align it here and decrease the width. Just some aligning things. Cut it from here till here because we don't want this text. We want a button over here. Now since our text has been placed, let's select this and provide a gradient over it. So for the gradient, I've selected the fill color, and from here I'm going to switch to gradient. For this color, I'm going to put 0, 0, which is for the black, but I want the opacity to be 0%. So this will give it a gradient in the text. Now we need a button over here. So for the button, let's again grab a text and write here, read more. Well, I think we can have a font size of 20 with medium font weight. Well, let's zoom it first. Place it over here and then provide auto layout. The padding is going to be 8 by 8 and give it a stroke. Place it over here. So this is perfect. Now if you see, it is kind of looking like a website, but it is still empty. So now we are going to work on the decoration part of this website. So the very first step in the decoration is how we are going to fill these empty spaces over here. So for this, what we are going to do is we are going to take a text and write here sliced. The font family is going to be changed and the font size is also going to be changed. So let us first change the font size. So it is going to be 300. Place it over here. And the font family is going to be Khand. The font weight is going to be bold. So this is okay. The color is going to be white. So just write FF over here with the opacity of, let's say, 40%. Place it over here just like this. Put it down. And then right click and select this option which says send to back. Well, when I said send to back, it has sent it at the very back of this frame. So if you see that this appeared over here, but I wanted it to be in the middle of these two images. So let's grab this text and push it over here. So now this is okay. Let's create a copy of this text and place it over here just like this. So this is also okay. I'm going to create one more copy of this and place it over here just like this. So yeah, this is good. Select all your text and then align them. So yeah, this has been aligned. Well, now let's remove this grid layout so that we can see it better. So select your desktop, go to layout grid and hide this by using this eye icon. Let's zoom it to fit. So now if you see, it is kind of looking better. Now what we can do is we can also enhance the view of this website. So for that, let's grab a text and write here bread. The font family is going to be Sacramento with the font size 80. Make sure it is regular and place it over here. So it will say sliced bread. Quite creative. So yeah, this is good. Let's take this, copy paste it and then place it over here. So now this will say bread sliced. So now this already has started looking better. Now one last move that we can do is we can take a text and then again go to this Lorem Ipsum website, and from here we are going to copy this much of text till elite. Copy it and paste it over here. Well, font family is going to be outfit, not Sacramento. Regular is okay with me, and the font size is going to be 21. And I want to make it uppercase. So for that, I will go to more options of this typography, and here in the case I will select this. So this will make it uppercase. Now select this text, go to plugins, then manage plugins, and here you need to search for arc. So we have this tool, arc bend your type. Run it. And then adjust the radius and the arc of this text. So bend strength is going to be this much. Yes, this is okay. Let's give it a bit more. Then apply it. Well, I have got the circle. I didn't want it a circle. So let's go back. Let's hit delete. Again select this. Go to plugins. Then in the arc. And here I'm going to take it till this much. And then apply it. So yeah, now it is perfect. Now let's delete our dummy text. Take this one from here and place it here. Let's align it perfectly so that it fits and move it to back. Well, not completely back, just above this. So yeah, now it looks better. Randomly click on your canvas, go to this option which says show hide UI, and this will hide the UI options. Go to full screen and let's zoom it and see what we have created. So yes, this looks amazing and we have done very well on this website. Well, if you also have created your version of this website, consider sending it on our Telegram group that I have created just for you all. There we can discuss about designing, the new upcoming videos, and etc. So consider joining it and sending your version of this design to me. I hope you liked this video. We will meet in the next one.